Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Allie from the Munch team, and I'm so excited to be your host. And together, we're going to be diving into Munch Studio together to really show you how to make the most out of your results there. So, if you're currently inside of Munch Studio and you're like, maybe this feels like my industry, but it doesn't quite feel like me. I'm going to be showing you how you can up your content, how you can personalize your content to be getting results that you absolutely love. Now, I'll wait just for a few more people to come in here, but I do want to share how to make the most out of this experience together. Like I shared, I'll be diving into Munch Studio, so go ahead, pull it up directly on your screen. We can do a little side by side and walk through this together. So, again, go to munchstudio.com. It's not mandatory, but I'd highly recommend pulling that up. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that if you have questions, we want to hear them. In fact, you don't only have me here, you have our team that's going to be inside of the chat. So if you're new to Zoom webinar, I'd highly recommend that you press the Q&A button. Have that up on the screen so that we can read other people's questions as well too. And I'll save some time at the very end to answer some of those questions that are coming through the chat. You have the option to type in your own question, get a response from our team, get a response from me, or you can upvote. If somebody's asking a question that you're also wondering, give it a thumbs up inside of that Q&A so that way we can know that's a real burning question for you all. All right. So if you've just entered in, I want to share again. My name is Allie, and I'm here to be your guide to walk you through Munch Studio, showing you how you can create a really customized experience and result here. Now, Munch Studio is called Munch because it takes these bite-sized pieces of your content and shapes them in a ready-to-use way for your social media. Now, this application here is one app that does it all for you, so you don't have to be juggling different systems or juggling different applications anymore to manage your social media. It also means that you don't have to hire a team and you don't have to spend hours and hours doing it each week or learning what it is that you should be posting. You just have to feed it some content or don't and get results that you can share as soon as today. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys so we can dive on in. All right, here we go. All right, so we're inside of Munch Studio. Hopefully, you're here with me, and I'll be walking you through how to add your content in. Now, this is especially for somebody who wants a little extra control over their results, like me. Like, call me a control freak, but I want this to be really tailored. Now, again, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is type in your URL if you haven't already, and amazing results that are ready to share will be created for you. But if you want to take it to another level, I'd highly recommend diving into my brand. You can see this over on the left-hand menu here. This is like the brains of Munch Studio. This is where it really understands your business and your desired results. Now, in this example, I'm using Lexi Westgard Design and pretending that I am an interior designer. Now, all I've done is typed in that URL and it's pulled up the business name, the business description, and the problem that we solve. But like I called this the brains earlier, this is where you can add in more information about the type of content that you would like to see or not see. So, for example, if you specialize in kitchen designs, you might want to say, hey, I specialize in kitchen designs. Let's make sure that we're doing orangey interiors or warm interiors, whatever that is that you specialize in, so you don't end up getting this like icy cold feeling bathroom, right? We want to help in creating that content that's really specific to you and your brand. Um, if you never want to show a bathroom, type in, I don't want to post bathrooms. Now, consider this almost like your social media manager that you can be just really blunt with. All you have to do is type out that sentence, come in maybe on a weekly basis to update it. Now, in a bit, I'll show you how you can use insights to see your content that's performing well or not. That's going to help guide you. Just like you'd have that conversation with your social media strategist, you'd come directly in here, noticing that posts that feature, let's say, organization, that those are performing really well. you might come in here and ask for more posts just like that. Now, while we're looking at my brand, I do want to show you that you have the ability to update your identity. It's pulled this directly from the website. But if I want to add new brand colors like a yellow, let's say, I can go ahead and choose that from here. I can pick the color. That's not very yellow. Let's go with this one. Or you can type in your exact color hex code. Let's go ahead and update that. You can change your brand tone and even the language that your content appears in. All right, let's go ahead and close out of this. And you can see our results are right here under the Explore page. Now, this is the fun part because you get to see all of that beautiful content. But I want to show you here how you can customize it on this page as well. If you navigate over to add content, you have the option to generate new posts choosing Quick Post button. Now, I'll show you how much it's generated for us. Quite a bit to choose from, but if you hit the bottom and you'd like to see new posts, you can go ahead and select this button. Now, let's say that you're running a special or there's something really specific that you want to showcase. You can select this button here, Tailor Post to Your Vision. And this puts you in the driver's seat to write in a description of the exact type of content that you're looking for. This takes some of that widened vagueness of your content. It really narrows it in to create something very specific for you. Now let's go ahead and act as if we're going to post something. So let's say I want to share this image here that's been designed for LinkedIn. We have the option to save the post, to view it later, or to share it. So let's go ahead and click share together. And you can see this is one of my favorite parts is that it's actually written that caption for you. Now, I said that I'm a control freak, but nothing delays me longer than writing my caption and figuring out the right way to frame things. So, this session together is about how to customize your post even further. So, I want to show you how you can do that. You can update the description right here. Or you can go in and click this little pencil icon to edit your post even further. So if you want to change the background or any of the text, the font, the coloring, bold, italicized, whatever that is that you want to make the update, you're welcome to do that here before your post actually goes live. So again, these are all suggestions that can be posted, but you have the final say. Now, let's say this post is perfect. We love it. We want it to go live on Wednesday. We can go ahead and schedule that to go live. And our first post has been scheduled. Now you'll see automatically it's brought us over to our content planner. This has given us different, I'll call them holes, where we can fill our content planner up to make sure that our posts are consistently going out and live. Now this has been created from our content strategy. Munch Studio uses expert AI technology to create the strategy for you. You choose which platforms you want to be posting across, and it will add that into the calendar for you to publish your content from. So here you can see it's recommending 16 pieces of content a week on Instagram, 14 on Facebook, and it's even breaking it down to which type of post we should be sharing. Is it a post, a story, a reel, etc.? Now here you can see we've got a lot of white that's happening, but our post that's been scheduled to go live is this pink color here. Now, a really fun way to schedule out your content for the whole entire week is to jump into this planner, select, let's say we want a Instagram reel on Friday, and then choose your content from here. Now you can also select start with a photo or video, and this is going to give you a bunch of different stock footage where you can actually choose what you want that foundation, that imagery to look like, or you can upload that media yourself, customizing it even further. Now let's talk about the media library. So I'm selecting that from the left-hand menu here, and you can see that we already have, like 49 pages of content inside the media library, and I've never added any of it. It's pulling that stock footage for you, so you're available to use that royalty-free. But if you want to add in content that's more specific to you, you can select Add Media. From there, you'll get a pop-up. Not sure if you can see that on my screen, but you can select the content that you want to be added in and upload that to your media library. Then that explore page that we went to at first is going to be generating content specific with your photos added in, as well as the stock photos. It's kind of going to give you a mix and a masterpiece so that way you can choose your favorites. Now, a new feature that I absolutely love is this My Projects feature. So this is really good for our photos, but if you have any videos, especially any talking heads, where maybe in this scenario I'm talking about a design change that I did to a room or sharing 2026 trends that are really working. You can go inside of My Projects and upload that video of you talking or whatever that video is. Then what it's going to do, and like I shared earlier, it's going to be munching down that content into small little bite-sized, ready to share social media content. So let's click on New Project together, and then you can create clips. From here, you can actually upload a link from YouTube, for example, or you can upload that piece of content directly. Let me see if I have one that I can add here just to show you. All right, uploading this item. You know what, that might take a moment, but I really do want to show you the next screen. I'll talk you through kind of what that looks like. But on that screen, you'll have the option to choose your captions, to choose music in the back or not, to customize it with your brand colors. And you really get to make this content custom to you. Now, I'll show you on this past clip that I did here how it munched that down. Let me close out of this. So this is just I think it was like a 2-minute video of me just yammering on talking. And you can see here that it's broken it down, that 2-minute video, into 4 different pieces of content that's ready for me to post. So let's take a look at this one here, which has been rated excellent, which means this is likely one that's going to take well to social media. All right, let's press play. I won't bore you with the whole thing, but I do want to show you kind of what it's generated. Things that you want to look for when you're picking up a bottle of vitamins for your kids is, are there artificial dyes in there? If you see something like red 40, blue 1, you want to pause and now here you can always update the subtitles, the audio, and again, it's written that caption for you too. Let me show you what it looks like to edit this down further. Here we have the captions. You can update the colors on that or what the font looks like. You can add in different images on top of it, or again, update that audio as well. All right, let me go back. Okay, the main things that I wanted to talk you through, just to recap when it comes to customizing your content, is that you can always hop into My Brand. You can update your business description as the brains or the social media manager for your company. It's going to learn what type of content it should be or shouldn't be generating for you. We also talked through the Explore page. This is where our content is generated for us, and we have the ability here to tailor posts to our exact vision. We also walked through our media library as well as the My Projects area. This is where you can be adding in your photos, your videos, and it's going to be in the media library using that for future content, or in the My Projects area, munching it down into those little videos. Now, there's 2 more things that I want to show you. Now, we have the Insights tab here. This is going to be educating you about how your content is performing. And what I really love about this is it's not just looking at one singular platform. It's actually pulling data across any platforms that you have connected, whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And it's pulling in that data here. So let's take a look at the last 90 days. Here you can see a look at which posts have actually gotten the most views, the most likes, the most comments. You can sort in any way that's best for you. And then you can see which content is really getting more eyeballs on your social media and therefore on your business. And lastly, I want to share with you the secret sauce that makes this all happen. That's inside of your integrations tab. This is where you're actually connecting your content or your social media into Munch Studio. That allows you to make your content actually go live. So, for example, we scheduled that post earlier. If we don't get it connected, unfortunately, it won't be able to be published. But if we connect it here, you can, it'll publish directly from your planner. So you can see that I have Instagram connected, for example. But if I wanted to connect Facebook, you can go ahead and select this connect button there to get started. If you have any questions or get confused along the way, you can select this guide button here and we'll actually share with you videos and step-by-steps on how to get connected. Now, one thing to note, if you are connecting your accounts, it's really important that you have a Facebook page in order to get that connected. Now, the last thing that I want to show you, let me hop over here, is that you have these little eye icons all along the way. So if after today you're like, I want more of Allie, what she was sharing made sense, or maybe I missed it completely on this call, but you want to hear a tutorial that you can walk through as you have it actually pulled up yourself. You can hover over the eye icon, press the play button, and I'll walk you through each step on that page. All right, everyone, I think I'll stop sharing my screen with you all, but I want to make sure that we get through some of those questions. Let me pull that up on my screen and we'll go through those together. Doesn't look like I have any that have come through yet. Let's see. If you do have any questions, now's the time to put it into the question box. I'll be sure to answer those before we hop off today. So if you want to go deeper on any certain section, you've used Munch Studio, and maybe you have questions about how to get the most out of it, or maybe you haven't used Munch Studio before and you're wondering if it's right for you, go ahead and add those in. Perfect. I'm seeing those questions roll through. Thank you so much. And just to reiterate one question that was already answered, maybe some of you have this question as well too. I'm able to connect my personal account in LinkedIn, but I'm not able to connect the page that I manage. That was answered by one of our team members that you can connect your personal LinkedIn accounts, and soon you'll be able to connect those company pages. So be on the lookout in the next couple of weeks, we'll have that rolling out for you. Okay, great. Okay, so the first question that we have from Dave is when will there be content design for YouTube and TikTok? Moshe, I see you responding to that into the chat, but if you want to come on camera and just share kind of timeline for that. And everyone, give it up for Moshe because he is behind the product. Moshe is the product developer and leads product for Munch Studio. So Moshe, what are we tracking for timeline there?
Yeah, so we're already working on creating content for you for YouTube and TikTok. As you know, YouTube and TikTok are mostly video platforms. So in order to do that, we need to be able to generate videos with a storyline that makes sense, and it should fit your brand and your business type. It should be about you specific and nothing that is very generic. We are working on it. It will take around up to a month to release it. The first version of it will be voiceover videos that will include your media, and the story inside of the video will be generated automatically, but you will also be able to influence on the content and guide us to what you want the content to be about, the video. These would be videos anywhere between 15 seconds to a minute for TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Beautiful. Great. And you said just about a month out for that?
Up to a month. We're working very hard to make it sooner because we know it's important for you to create this kind of content. But if you already have long form videos or you are filming content like that with your phone while speaking to your phone and filming yourself, you can use our project ability to either turn long form videos into short form videos that will fit and be post ready for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So the long form to short form will allow you to create short clips out of a long video. So I don't know what long is, but it's anywhere between, let's call it 2 minutes to 4 hours. And then we will provide up to 30 clips for any platforms that you want to pick. Another option would be to pick the auto captions project type that basically what it does, you film yourself talking about anything you want. You give us that video file and we will edit it automatically for you. Not many people are aware of that option, which I think is very powerful because the editing is the heavy lifting here. You are expert for your niche, for your business. You just need to talk it to the phone without thinking too much while you walk, while you get ready, while you do something, or behind the desk with, lights or whatever you want. Just upload it. We will do the automatic editing. We will add captions, remove silences. We can add things. There are many options that you can use, and I think it's the most powerful way to grow on social media.
Yeah, I love that. And I mean, so many videos that we see, they look so phenomenal, but really it's just somebody talking behind the scenes and not stopping. And it's that ability to edit afterwards and have it edited for you. I mean, just crushes. So thank you so much for that. And while I have you up too, there was another question about YouTube connection and kind of a timeline for that. Is that tracking the same 1 month?
YouTube is already an option, so you can integrate with YouTube and publish to YouTube, but you will need videos, and that sends us back to the previous question.
Yeah.
So in case you have videos, you can post it directly from Munch, so you can have a centralized posting calendar, let's call it, or automatic scheduling to all of the platforms. Uh, so if you have videos, you can already post them through Munch. Um, yeah.
And one thing that I really love as well is that even if your platform has not been named, or maybe you see content that you really want to send to your mom or your neighbor, you can download any of the content that Munch Studio is creating for you and share it any way that you would like. Now, another question that I'll steal you for too, Moshi, just while I have you up here, is underneath my brand, when we're adding in those colors, there's typically three different colors that you can choose. Is there an ability, or are we seeing in the future a way to add on more colors?
So the way we see it, you can have 10 brand colors, but when you use Munch, you kind of tell us what are the main colors because you can choose any color for anything when you edit any piece of content, but we need to know what are the main colors, and then we ask you for three, and you can provide only one or three. Uh, that should be enough. But in case it's not enough, we can add more colors, but it's not I don't know, not in the very near future.
Yeah, totally makes sense. And to his point, if there is a color that you ever want to change, when you go before you publish that post, you hit the little pencil icon and you can update all of those little things such as color. So if you want to update it on some posts, but not all of them, picking those core three and then making those updates before you publish is perfect. And then Wendy asked the question, where do you upload a video for you to edit it? So let me go ahead and share my screen again and I'll walk you through my projects. So
Yeah,
if
so
you do,
you can show the three types of projects, and maybe I can explain a bit about it.
sure.
So maybe you can better understand and more to the deep how to use each of the project types. So if you click new project, you will see three options. One is the create clips. This is the long form to short form. The other one is resize a video. Sometimes people film the video like that. Let's call it landscape. And then they want to turn it to portrait because they want to post it on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. And then you need to turn it from that to that. So that's not that difficult. But if you want to track the important object, so the screen inside of YouTube and inside of TikTok will be full as the content, as the way people are used to seeing the content, then this ability will be very useful because we do that and focus on the important object in the frame. So if you move, if sometimes that person speaks and then that person speaks, we track. the important object in each frame. And the add captions is the one that I mentioned previously when talking about TikTok and YouTube. All you need to do is upload I don't know, a short video. Let's call it 60 seconds, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. It doesn't really matter. It's up to 15 minutes. And then we will just automatically edit it, add captions. You can use it to create SRT files and many other things.
Incredible. Thank you so much for that thorough response. That's really helpful. And yeah, when you're going into my projects, and then just like Moshe was mentioning, choosing what you'd like to do with it from there. And again, this is now your video editor. It's your scheduler. It's creating those posts for you so you no longer have to use Canva or figure out that design. And then you also get to see those insights so you know how it's performing. Let me stop sharing screen, and then Dave, I see that you answered a question as well too, or asked a question. Apologies. I have multiple social media categories in my planner, but when I go to connect strategy, Instagram, and Facebook, let me read that one more time. I have multiple social media categories in my planner, but when I go to content strategy, Instagram, and Facebook, let me pull that up on screen and I'll kind of walk through that area, hopefully answering your question. So inside of our planner, we have all of the different types of content that we've said or platforms that we've said that we've wanted to post across. In this case, I said Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So you'll see all of these available here. Now, again, that's all based on our content strategy. And what's really nice is you can actually edit your content strategy as well. So click the edit. And then if you decide, actually, I don't want to do Instagram or I want to do lesser posts or different times, you can make any of those adjustments here and then review your changes. Now, when we look at our content calendar, or sorry, our content planner, we don't have to fill in every single spot here. It's just a recommendation. And then Dave, maybe what you're saying is as we click on, let me say LinkedIn post, for example, you'll see that we have all of the different platforms up here at this kind of like top banner. So Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We'll want to make sure we're on this LinkedIn category to find those LinkedIn results. Same thing if we were posting for Instagram. We'd want to be over on this tab to make sure that we're looking at the content that's going to be best performing for that platform. Now, here we can even see we have the projects tab too, if there's any of those clips that we were talking about earlier that you want to add into your content calendar as well. Now, Dave, hopefully I helped to answer that question, but if you still have anything lingering, feel free to add that to the chat. And any final questions before we call it for today, feel free to add those in. And while we wait for any final questions, I just want to give you a little bit of homework for today. So that way you leave this ready to take action inside of Munch Studio. If you have a Munch Studio account, go and upload some photos or videos to your media library or even my projects if you have videos that you're ready to have Munch down for you. So make sure you're getting off this call and you're customizing to make sure that Munch Studio can provide you with results that you really love. Now, if you don't have Munch Studio, I'd highly recommend you get on the inside. In fact, if you haven't started it yet, we offer a 7-day free trial to get on the inside of Munch Studio. Then from there, it's only $48 a month. And if you are on that, reoccurring membership at $48 a month, you may even want to consider switching over to the annual program. You'll end up saving about $100 a year by going annual. Now, that's a lot. We covered a lot today, but just remember those two little pieces. If you're not inside of Munch Studio yet, go take the free trial and get on the inside. Experience it for yourself. And if you're working towards building an account that's more custom to you, go ahead, upload your photos and videos today. All right, thank you guys so much again for your time. It has been a pleasure to be with you. Be on the lookout for more trainings ahead, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.